Hey Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading for December 3rd through the 9th. For those of you who don't know, this is going to be a weekly reading, just general, whatever kind of comes up. And I do pull one card for love, for the topic of love. If you do want a more detailed love reading, be sure to check out the love reading on the channel for December 1 through 15 for Scorpio for water signs, which has already been posted. And then if you subscribe and hit notification in a few days when the second half of December is up, you will have that one as well. All right, guys. So let's see what's happening without further ado for Scorpio for December 3rd through the 9th. There's your Monday, Tuesday. Oopsie. Well, I guess there's your Wednesday, Thursday. It fell out of the deck. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then a card for love. L-O-V-E, love. Alright, so let's see what's going on, guys. Monday, Tuesday for Scorpio, we have the Hermit. Hermit is a card that comes with really strong energy, you guys. When the Hermit card comes up, usually there's some level of awakening that is happening within yourself, where you're beginning to see yourself and the people around you very differently. It may even feel to you like people are changing, or like people are being different, or they're getting on your nerves, or they seem to be pulling on you more, or you're not feeling connected with them, or they're feeling cold to you in some way, or closed-minded. And it's not that the people suddenly started changing. You're just waking up. Things have always been this way. If all of a sudden work is seeming very difficult, or work is seeming draining, or unfulfilling, or people in your life are seeming weird in some way, they didn't just start acting this way. You just began waking up. You just began seeing the truth of the situation, and the truth of yourself, and the truth of the people around you. And so when the Hermit card comes up, for me, it's very much that caterpillar going into the cocoon phase. You're wanting to step away. You're wanting to spend time alone. You're spending a lot of time alone, but you're enjoying that time alone. It feels good. It feels refreshing. You're like needing that break from others. And you're going into this cocoon phase, and you're figuring out who you are and what you want and what you're looking for and what's going to be fulfilling to you. And to me, it's very much the card that comes before you begin bringing in your soul family, your family of soulmates, the things that like you've been wanting to manifest. So it's a very, very important stage, an important phase. And in this time, it's going to be important that you all be very patient with yourselves, and that you be gentle with yourselves, because you may find that you feel drained or tired as you're having these epiphanies, or releasing or cleansing your energy through this process. And this phase may go on for a few months, sometimes it can go on for a year or longer for some people, depending on where you're at and what you're going through. But beginning of the week, you all may be kind of entering into this energy. Your midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, is the Lover's card. One thing I want to bring to your attention, you guys, is so far you've had two major arcana cards come in back to back. And so major arcana cards are cards that come in when we're at a really big crossroads in our life, and we're having to make some pretty significant situations or decisions. Lover's card to me is a card about choices. And for some of you, it is going to be about love life. It's you trying to figure out if a current relationship is right for you. It's you trying to figure out what you want to call in or what you want to manifest. If you're single, it could be you're trying to get a better idea of what your ideal relationship is. Those of you who are in a relationship, you might have some temptation coming up this week, where there could be somebody from the past or a new person altogether who's just kind of sniffing around, and you're like, do I stay with who I'm with? Do I go in this other direction? So some of you, there may be some kind of temptation happening in some way. For other ones of you, you may be examining a relationship and trying to figure out if this is going to cut it for you, or if what you're feeling is like the love that you really want, or the love that you're looking for. Again, guys, this is a general reading. It's going to be different for different ones of you. Check out your moon sign and your rising sign videos. Some weeks those will resonate more. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card is Four of Swords, which doesn't surprise me in the teeniest least bit. It doesn't surprise me at all, because these are two big cards that are coming up with decisions and like figuring out what you want in a very important area of your life for some of you, especially if it is love. And I just feel, for whatever reason, intuitively, when I saw the Hermit pop up, I feel a lot of you Scorpios this week, you're beginning some kind of a cleansing, some kind of a release where you're releasing old blocks, old patterns, old habits that have been holding you back. And so Four of Swords is definitely having to do with a time of rest, meditating, being easy, going easy on yourself. You might feel like you need naps. You might feel like you need to spend time alone, or you might get invited to go things and do things and you're not feeling up for it. And Four of Swords is just basically like, that might be a good idea for you to take a little bit of a break and, like, you know, step aside and do your own thing and rest and meditate and just try to recharge. Four of Swords is about separation or time apart as well. So in this decision process, some of you are going to be spending time away from a romantic partner or somebody that you had been interested in. Some of you are like, you know what, I need a little bit of a break. Or for some of you, there might be some kind of a long distance situation happening. Maybe work is pulling one of you away from the other, or circumstances are you know, pulling one away from the other. So for some of you in a personal relationships, you're feeling some distance or you're feeling time apart. But it's definitely a card about separation, maybe even isolation in some ways. In fact, to the degree or to the extent, Four of Swords can also represent somebody who's incarcerated. And I know that came up with one of the Taurus readings a few weeks back. So I don't know, maybe some of you are having a situation like that. A lot of people reached out and were like, oh my God, yes, I do have somebody who's incarcerated. And so that might be happening with some of you, Scorpio, or you may be hearing news of somebody close to you who you weren't expecting being in that situation as well, which is a possibility. Again, it's general, so it's not going to be for every single one of you. I don't want all of you Scorpios being terrified and like, oh my goodness, is somebody going to end up getting arrested or something this week? It's not going to be like that for every single one of you. This energy will manifest in different ways, in different scenarios. So I always try to cover all of the different ways that it could apply, because there's so many people that are subscribed to the channel that watch the videos. And so I try to hit every single point, every single scenario that might be possible for how it might be affecting each of you. But again, check out the moon sign and rising sign videos as well. You made a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. Check out the info in the description and reach out to me and let me know if you'd like to schedule a private reading as well. Your love card for the week is the Empress, you guys. And I love the Empress. I really do. She's very confident. She's very independent. She's very nurturing, very creative, very nurturing, like motherly type quality. And so this is going to mean a different thing for different ones of you. Again, this is Major Arcana. So Major Arcana tells me a lot of you might have some soulmate situation happening or going on. For some of you, you are the Empress. For some of you, you are involved with an Empress energy, or you're pursuing or about to meet an Empress energy. And the Empress is the kind of person where, like, she's okay alone. Like, even within a relationship, she's going to be very independent in that relationship. She's not going to be clingy. She's not going to be, like, chasing after somebody or, like, desperate for this other person. She understands what she brings to the table. She knows what her qualities are. She feels good about herself. So for some of you, you're coming into that energy where you're like, you know what? Even if this person isn't responding or reciprocating the way that I had hoped, I still know what I bring to the table. I know what I have to offer. I'm good. And you might find that you're beginning to be pursued or chased by several people. I mean, we already had the love card here, and this was about, you know, making choices or decisions, or sometimes even temptation. And the Empress energy is an energy where people are seeing that you're beautiful and, you know, interesting and nurturing and loving, and they're just being very drawn to that energy. So some of you might find that all of a sudden you might feel like, hey, I haven't really done a whole lot of things differently, but as you're in this hermit mode, as you're coming into your power, as you're coming into this Empress energy, people are beginning to find you irresistible or notice you or begin to pursue you. For Some of you, this could be where you're examining a relationship. Maybe some of you were like really like set before, where you were like, oh, well, I have to be legally married, or I have to be living with someone. And for some of you, you might be reconsidering a more non-conventional style relationship. I will also say the Empress card could mean pregnancy or fertility. So for some of you, that may be an aspect of your love life, or that might be something that might be coming up for some of you. Again, it's a general reading. It's going to be different in different ways. Check out your moon sign and rising sign. Be sure to subscribe and hit notification, guys. I am going to be doing a 2019 year ahead forecast video, or videos, I should say. So be sure to subscribe so you get a notification when those are up. And just keep me posted. And if there's any way that you all need a private reading or anything, we can set that up as well. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your journey, Libra. Till next, Scorpio. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your journey, Scorpio. Till next week, my friends.